I am the only person in history that I know of that told Easy Rider to go fuck yourself. I don't want my bike in your magazine. Mm-hmm. True story. That did not work well out for me. Wasn't my fault.
So it's all together, but that's not the one that's in the truck right now. But I had to, the guy on Craigslist that I bought it from, no, that's not true.
Go on, Craig.
Was he Middle Eastern? Was he Middle Eastern?
No, he was Russian. They can get anything.
That was a cool look back then. Don't be breaking my balls.
I need a drink now, you guys. Oh my goodness.
Two guys that I know that if I put a silver dollar out on the racetrack, they could find it at 200 miles an hour and hit it, okay? Biggest difference, Bill Elliott could tell you if it was heads or tails. Jeff Gordon would stop, pick it up, put it in his pocket, and go invest it.
Beach assault, because I'm on a scuba team, and we come up on this beach, and a nude beach, and there's chicks everywhere.
Read about an audition for the Detroit Pistons dance team, and I was like, well, wait a minute. Oh my God, you got all the pictures.
You're right down. You're down in the bottom, right?
I thought I had all this deleted.
How'd that happen?
Well, Shag was
he's looking like he
There
hurt.
he is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's probably hearing
I'm sure he's listening.
The norm.
People turned our show off and felt better about their dysfunction. I'm serious.
How'd you like to make $5 the hard way?
Really the most professional podcast I've ever done.
Money's on the dresser.
Hey, everybody, it's Lou Santiago, and I'm here to tell you tonight we're going to have a good show because we're bringing on a guy that I met a few years ago, and he knows I can lay the smack down on him because I already proved it. He knows. He's a lot bigger than I am, but that's okay. I can talk trash with the best of them, and he is a good guy, and you probably know who he is. He's, bald like me, a lot bigger than I am like me, and his name's Bill Goldberg. So we're going to bring on Bill here in a little bit. First, we're going to get John on here. We're going to do the Sticky Green Love Machine update because I'm sure Bill has never heard of the Sticky Green. So we're going to have to educate him on that. So Ken's going to go to commercial. Then we're bringing on John. Let's make this happen. Go, Ken. If you're a restoration guy or the Camaro is just your first project and you had that passion for it, call Camaro Central. Those are the guys you want to talk to. They have parts for first gen through 5th gen on the Camaros and 1st gen through 4th gen on the Firebirds. So they're not just Camaro Central, they're Firebird Central.
See, I got the ring behind me. I'm ready.
I see that.
Oh, yeah. That's the only wrestling impression I can do.
Bill's probably he's probably already hung up already.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Right? That's it. So
dude, doing? What's happening? You got anything good going on with Sticky Green? What's going on?
Sticky Green, still waiting for the engine. Got to run the fuel lines for it. Brake lines. I have all the interior shit done. Just got to stick it in. Got to do a little more wiring. But close. It's close. It's looking good. I told you I got the rear end centered. Got all the suspension parts for the back. coils are in, shocks are in. So the crankers fit in real nice.
Cool.
Plenty of clearance. Got to mount the tires, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's getting there. I'm hoping soon. But yeah, we're waiting for the engine is the big deal. The transmission it's been sitting on the floor there for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I figured you could probably come up sometime in the summer.
Yeah, that's fine. I can make that
July or August.
Yeah.
I'm having a big party at my house 4th of July.
Well, then let's do July, duh.
That's we're going to do it on Sunday the 2nd.
I think I got something going on Saturday. Hold on, let me check the calendar because I think I have something going on in the first week of July. Oh, my new phone. I don't have the calendar loaded. I got to get it loaded. I got a new phone. Yeah, how about that one? Yay! Yeah. So let me tell you real quick before we bring on Bill what I did. Yeah. I had the old phone and I'm like, well, let me delete all these contacts because, I got all these people in there. And I was not thinking that it would be linked to the other one because they're on Google. I just thought that it was totally disconnected from the internet.
Yeah.
I deleted 565 contacts.
Great.
I went to when you told me to get a hold of Bill, text him Monday morning.
Yeah.
I go to text him. There's no contacts in my new phone.
Come on, man.
But even when you logged in to Google, it didn't back it up and bring it to your new phone?
Well, what I had to do is I had to recover it because I didn't know that the old phone was still synced up with the account. I didn't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, somehow.
So when I deleted everything, it deleted it from Gmail, from the contacts, not from it did the phone, but because it was all connected. So I've been recovering phone numbers for the last 3 days.
Well, if there's any in need that I have, let me know. Right.
But that's how I got Bill's number back because nothing had phone numbers on it.
Oh, you're all squared up now.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty much there. Yeah, I got.
Did you see? We got a call next week with Steve Darnell about the Vegas after party. Get some info and figure that out.
Yep,
right?
Let's do it. I'm
gonna get Ken on the phone too at the same time. Yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah, we can probably get Bill to go to it too.
Yeah, Bill's probably going to SEMA.
That's what I'm saying.
Try to set it up for November 1st, Wednesday, because Ben Tucker, who's watching, he says that SEMA has their banquet Thursday, so the best night is Wednesday. I figured we'd do like a VIP section somewhere. It's either we got the locations worked out, but we'll work the details out. But stay tuned for that because it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, we can make that work. It should be fun.
Yeah.
Would we qualify as VIPs? Would we qualify?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, look, let's do the next commercial and get Bill in here because I know these guys are chomping at the bit. All right. Let's get Bill in here. All right, Ken, hit it. Let's do the commercial and we bring in Bill or bring Bill straight in. I don't care. So did you guys know that Amsoil is the corporate entity and then they have independent dealers who sell their products? So here's the thing. We called up Nick at syntheticadvantage.com and we said, Nick, we're doing the sticky green love machine and we don't want it to be so sticky. And he said, guys, I got you. And he sent us engine oil, right? So we've got all the fluids we need to get the sticky green love machine not so sticky. But something I really want to tell you guys about because this is truly important. Amsoil makes antifreeze. And the thing about Amsoil and their antifreeze, it's kid and pet friendly. I'm not saying mix it with vodka and feed it to your 2-year-old. I'm saying it ain't gonna kill them or your pets if they get a couple licks of it. Amsoil, as far as I know, they're the only ones doing that. Check them out, syntheticadvantage.com. Tell Nick Lou sent you. Yeah. Bill!
There he is. All cool and shit.
He's all serious now. He's got his glasses on.
He's got in the picture behind him. He's got his glasses on.
I know.
He's one cool motherfucker. We don't even know it.
There's that.
Bill, you drinking water? You really should be drinking something a little more heavier. Really. You got any whiskey there? Because you're probably going to need it.
I'm just saying. Garage yet. Soon.
No.
soon. I think I do need it, but no, not. I have no refrigeration at the garage yet. It's only taken me 3 years to build, what I have existing. So it's going to take me another 3 to probably make it comfortable.
Yeah, it looks like a kick-ass garage, dude. I watched it online. And for anybody that doesn't know, Bill's got his own Goldberg Garage Instagram account where he posts stuff about it. How many square feet? Let's get right to that. How many square feet is this place? Because it looks like it's about 10,000.
Yeah, it's 15. It's 15 down below, and then I have a mezzanine with a 2,900 square foot gym, basically for my son, because I'm getting too old to be able to lift the weights. But yeah, man, it's a dream come true. I've had a number of iterations of garages throughout the years, and I finally kind of drew one up with a place called Metron Garage. And 3.5 years ago, we had this vision, and it's finally like 99% done.
Awesome.
You got a balcony out front?
Yeah, I got a balcony out front. That's out front. I got a balcony out back that's like 5 times the size of that. But it's yeah, it's actually over my car wash.
Oh, you've got your car wash here.
Car wash.
Damn it, man.
How many central air units do you got cooling that thing off? You 10?
No, I got 2, but each of them are the size of a freaking small semi.
Yeah, that's gonna
Good
say.
God.
It's got to take. Yeah, that thing's probably a fortune to cool off in Texas heat.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I must have one of the largest personal HVAC systems in a home. I mean, it's ridiculous, but I mean, all per code. I probably wouldn't have done it where we are in Texas. We got a really nice breeze, so even when it's 100, it's pretty cool in here. It's not bad.
That's cool.
You got the gym built out. The upstairs gym's built out already, ready to go.
Done. Son went through the floor with 400 pounds on the deadlift. The 4th day I opened the son bitch.
Holy shit.
Are you kidding me?
Swear to God. And so I bought another cage and I put one downstairs on the concrete, and he's yet to break through there. So I challenged him.
Talk about your boy, Bill. How big is your boy? How old is he?
No, he just turned 17. He's 6 foot, about 210, and he and his teammates tomorrow are playing for the semifinals for the Texas 5A state baseball championship. So, God willing, he wins that game tomorrow, and then Saturday plays for the finals for the championship. And regardless of him winning it, man, it's kind of been a dream come true. We moved here 3 years ago. We moved here for him. We moved here for sports, and here we are in the semifinals of the state playoffs. So it's a really cool deal. I mean, I quite obviously had years of competitive athletics, and I wasn't able to make it to the later rounds in the playoffs like ever, except for in the World Football League. But it's just a great experience for the kid.
Yeah. That's cool, man. That's real cool. So 5A's that's a big school, ain't it?
It's huge. It's I mean, they're like, I don't know, 400 5A schools in the state of Texas. I mean, it's 1,700 kids, something like that. So it's a big division.
Yeah, that's why I was.
Yeah, it's a really long story, but we moved here 3 years ago. The baseball coach retired. New coach came in, completely different philosophy. Honestly, there was a little complacency going on in this town. It's a pretty wealthy town. People are kind of comfortable, and athletically, they needed to be kicked in the ass to be personally. So, and any team that my son's on, I'm gonna make noise if it's not how it should be. But it's come to the forefront, and this coach and these kids have just kicked ass. And every series they've been the underdogs and they've won. So it's just a Cinderella story. So it's cool.
Awesome. Yeah. That's awesome.
Does he play any other ball or just baseball?
That's what I was going to ask.
Oh yeah, he plays football. He wants to go to college playing football, but he missed spring football because of baseball.
Because of baseball, yeah.
And now he's a month past that. But hey, at the end of the day, man, I just want him to have fun. True, he's probably screwing his football chances. But hey, man, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. So if it is to be, it will happen football-wise.
Yeah. Very
Bill,
cool.
let's talk about you in your early days of football. Tell us what took place. And I saw somewhere where you ripped your abs from your pelvis. What took you out? And is all that shit true, or is the internet full of shit?
No, it's true. I mean, the last preseason game, I ripped my abdomen off my pelvis, and then I played, throughout the season with it, and then had surgery after the season and got released and went to the Carolina Panthers. And then I was the first guy cut from the Panthers. And fact was, I just was operated on. So I never had a shot to come back. And then unbeknownst to me, I'd be picking 500-pound dudes up 2 years later, in the wrestling world. But
yeah,
I was lucky enough to play, a number of years in the NFL, and it was a dream come true. And then I had to figure out what the hell to do with the rest of my life. I'm still trying to figure it out,
How old were you when you got done with football? What time frame we talking about?
Man, we're talking 94 is when I was done. I started wrestling in 97. I was like in my 30s. So
yeah,
I'm 112 now.
How did you get into wrestling? That's just, I never heard, you never told me how you got into wrestling.
You want the honest to God truth?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us.
I met a bunch of guys out at strip joints when I was playing in Georgia. And Atlanta was a really hotbed for everything in the early, late 80s.
Yeah.
It was pretty rocking, man. Let's just say. So I met everybody in the business because Turner had WCW. It was in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah.
So I crossed paths with a lot of them. And then Jim Ross covered me in high school football. And so we all know that he was a commentator for WWF.
Yeah.
So, just one thing kind of led to another after I did that.
Damn.
So, yeah, but how do you make that transition? You know these guys, then they say what? And how big were you at that point? Now, I'm talking weight-wise, because your head and your neck look like they're the same fucking size, but I see the picture.
Yes. I mean, 300 pounds, dude. One of my roommates at the Los Angeles Rams was Kevin Green. And Kevin Green did the best Hulk Hogan impression. Kevin Green said I should be a wrestler. And then I go to the Falcons, and then we have this wrestling thing that, before or after practice, you can challenge some dudes, and you go off in the corner and you
oh my God,
go at it. And every time somebody picked Dion, then I would step in for Dion because I was his bitch. But I was his willing bitch because he was a great dude and he took care of me like to the nth degree, man. We had a very special relationship. But
that's good.
My accountant called me one day after I got done playing football and said, "You better get off your ass and do something." And I didn't want to train people my entire life. I didn't want to be a psychologist. I didn't want to be a mechanic. I didn't, I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to make some dough, and I wasn't done doing what I tried to do in football. And my goal in life is to, set an example for people who can follow my footsteps. Yeah. Whether it be for the Humane Society, whether it be for the military, whether it be for wounded war, whatever it may be, I try to use my good or use my popularity for good. At the end, that's what I try to do. So, and have fun at the same time. So.
Yeah, hey John, I know Bill's really big on the military stuff. I do know that because I saw him in Kentucky and we hung out for a while.
Oh hell yeah, that's all I do. There's a restaurant called Compadres here where I live, and we in July have a Purple Heart dinner, and it's weekly. Being here outside of San Antonio, it's Fighter Town, USA kind of deal. It's moving from Pendleton area and Miramar to here. There's really no difference. It's just proximity.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, Texas is big on the military, period. And, Texas is big on sports and the military. Well, they really are.
It's an all-American state, man.
It is.
State, people work their ass off. Well, most of them. Not the people who worked on my freaking garage, but you know, I mean, people try to treat people like they want to be treated here, and it's very patriotic, and they work their ass off for the most part. So it's a good place.
How's that compare from San Diego when you left there 3 years ago to head here? And why the move?
Most importantly, I wasn't going to pay the California government any more freaking money out of my contracts ever again. And so before I signed my last one, I made 3 one-way tickets to San Antonio area, and I did NCIS. I was done at midnight, got home at 2 in the morning, 6 a.m. We flew nonstop to San Antonio, and we didn't go back. So it's a huge difference, man. I mean, I was out in California because of proximity to LA for work. Truth be told, you know, 90% of the stuff you do, whether it's TV or movies, it's not in LA, so you don't need to be there. So the reasoning behind that was shit. It was out the window. So there was no reason to pay for the beautiful weather and the crap people to an extent. I mean, don't get me wrong. My brother lives there. I have a lot of friends in California, but I don't like the mentality in California compared to living in Texas. So that has a lot to do with why I left too. So when my son had 14 choices, you know, his best friend went to a new school. I think it was in Poway or something. And they had 14 choices for his gender the first day of school. And I said, you know what, guys, we're out of here. So
that's crazy.
It's fucking ridiculous. Pardon my French, but it's asinine. So it's gotten to a point where I live on a couple hundred acres of my family and a bunch of killer weird animals and a bunch of killer cars and our son, and that's it, man. You know, it's all good.
How's the cost of living where you're at now compared to San Diego? You were talking about the taxes. What about everything else? You're also talking a couple hundred acres compared to what? And the tax.
I had 30 acres in California.
That's a good size.
I have 220 here. You know, I have, you know, this is much better setup than I had in California. I mean, this is like a wonderland out here. But I mean, my neighbor across the street has 2,500 acres, and the person next to him has 17,000. So
damn,
poor bastards.
Let's just say I don't like neighbors, and now I don't have to deal with any. I don't even know the people. The closest house to me, I don't even know. I've never even met him. We've been here 4 years, so it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Shit, that's awesome.
I can shoot right in my backyard. I can catch 10-pound bass in my backyard, and we've got a zebra and 2 kangaroos. Beat that.
Nuh-uh. You got a zebra and 2 kangaroos?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I know they're my wives.
Yeah, but still, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a weird deal. She has any kind of animal she wants except for a giraffe. And I can have just about any car I want except for an F1 McLaren. So I'd say it's a good trade.
Bill, your I read that your wife was a stunt woman, and that's how you met on set. Is that true?
Yeah, she can outdrive me with her eyes closed too.
He did tell me that. He did tell me that one time.
That's why I'm ecstatic. I just got this badass simulator from these people, advanced simulators that are up in Montreal. And I'm up here every freaking night trying to get time on her. It's not
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, Bill. She's going to.
No way.
It's not going to happen.
I can't even beat Gage on it.
It's pretty bad. You got to put a quarter in that thing. You just hit reset.
Hitting a timing tower at 160 miles an hour at El Toro. So I mean, he doesn't break, right? So
Jesus Christ,
that's something else.
That's cool.
Bill, years ago, and I told Lou this, years ago at Barrett Jackson, I met you at Barrett Jackson. You were selling, and my memory isn't great, but you had a black Cuda convertible with a Hemi in. Do you remember? Is that your car? I got that right?
Yeah. That was a triple black. It was a Challenger. triple black Challenger with a Ray Barton freaking monstrous solid mounted Hemi, and it was ridiculous. It was so fast. Every time I drove it, it broke. But yeah, it was. I wish I still had that car. That thing would be worth a mint. But yeah, it was a cool car. It was a 318 car originally.
Yeah, you were. I was on stage with you. Your wife was next to me talking about the car, and I had no idea when we started talking. But I said to her, I said, "Yo, your husband's a big dude." I said, "He must work out every day." She said, "Actually, he doesn't work out every day." Let's get the what the. So I'm going to ask you right now, what's your your routine like, and what the fuck do you eat throughout the day?
Well, first of all, she's right. I don't work out every day. I work out every night. I don't work. Yeah, I don't work out during the day. I've got this gym so that when everyone goes to sleep and I don't waste time, that I just come up to the garage. Actually, that's what I used to do. Now that I have a freaking 17-year-old son who's stronger than I am, I come up and work out with him now. But yeah, I mean, and when I was in the ring, I was eating. It was ridiculous. I was eating like 15,000 calories a day.
Wow.
God.
But I still eat a lot of food. I mean, I work it off. I'm out here. I was on the tractor for like 4 hours a day. I was putting fence up. I was doing all kind of shit. So, I mean, it's I'm a fan of active participation. On a property like this and with a family like I have, I can't stand still. So,
yeah. What are you weighing in at now? You 260?
Probably, 265 probably.
Yeah, see, here's the fucked up part. Bill and I are within months. He's born in December. I'm born in March, 66. I'm 6'2". He's somewhere around there. Somewhere at 6'4", 6'2", whatever. I'm 263, but somehow Bill looks a whole lot better than I do.
Well, listen, that's what it is. I mean, hey, the fact is, dude, I've had to do what I've had to do my entire life. So I'm addicted to training. I love it. Yeah. It's my MO. It's my identity. I got a Muay Thai bag 5 feet from my bent pack lift. So I mean, I've got 2 cages in my garage. I've got a cage downstairs in between all my cars. It's ridiculous, but it's my life. It's what I do. It's what I enjoy. Yeah. If I didn't look decent, then I'm doing something freaking wrong because I train every day.
Yeah. So before we go any further, speaking of working out, remember my oldest son that was with me in Kentucky when we went? I brought him with me. He's into all natural bodybuilding.
Nice. That's
awesome. He's into all natural. He did I think it was last year he did his second competition. Yeah.
That's tough, man. Bodybuilding's tough because you really got to watch what you eat. That's the what you look like is 75% of what you put in your mouth. So I could never do that.
Yeah, I don't want to do it.
No,
I'm dedicated to building cars. That's what I am.
No thanks.
So let's jump back to wrestling. Let's talk about what was your big break? Was it Hogan? What was the changing point for wrestling itself? When did you know this is big time? I'm here.
It was Hogan for sure. I mean, there were a number of other kind of like times and meetings and turning points, and but when I beat Hogan in front of 45,000 people at the Georgia Dome where I played football, in front of a lot of people I went to school with. I mean, it was bitching, man.
That'll certainly put you on the map doing it in your own hometown.
And afterwards, the Falcons came out and saved me. So that was for me, that was the coolest part. I mean, the guys that appeared and the guys that I tried to beat every single day, then I bled with and I sweat with, and and they got to stay on the team, and I got cut from the team because I sucked. They wanted to do what I was doing. So it was really cool to sit back and watch them kind of bask in the entertainment of what my current job was. And so if people ask me what the coolest time in my wrestling career is, that was the coolest time. And it had nothing to do with any wrestlers. It was my buddies.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see it, but there was something that said Hogan said, yeah, he'd fight you, but you had to fight Scott Hall to get to him. What was that all about? And that's the same night?
Yeah. I mean, it was. They threw a lot at me, man. I mean, let's be honest.
That's what I'm saying.
Also, at the same time, a lot of people helped me out, but I had 2 matches. I didn't know I was wrestling Hogan until I wrestled Hogan on a Monday night, and I didn't know I was wrestling until the prior Thursday, and I didn't know that until I was watching the show when they announced it on the show. They didn't even tell me. And then Hogan, another funny part to the story is that Hogan, we didn't call a match. There was no match planned prior. Usually you obviously go in and do that. It's like a movie script that you go over. And he goes, "Don't worry, kid, we'll call it in the ring." And I'm like, "What?" I've only done this like 6 months. I mean, what? So that was really tough. I mean, it was really tough. And Scott Hall, I forgot half my match with him. And during the match, he accused me of, trying to stonewall him. And I'm like, dude, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to follow you guys. So it was pretty overwhelming. It was just a cool experience.
That is cool. That is cool.
There was things. I watched a couple of the shows. I didn't see the one that was based around your bio, but the others in wrestling, most guys that talked about you in their bios, and I forget what channel it was on, Reels or something, they said that you hit fucking hard and hurt.
My job, what I fucking do.
Yeah, but they were always like, it really paid a price. And they also, I forget who it was, said you were the strongest guy. Somebody called you out and said, that's the strongest guy I ever wrestled.
Well, those are all compliments. I mean,
yeah.
Obviously, there's a guy named Bret Hart that says that I was reckless and I ended his career by kicking him in the head. And it's true, I did, but it's not as if I planned it. I mean, I was really green out there, and my character was based upon eating people alive. And I did my best in not crossing the line of actually trying to hurt somebody. I tried to take care of people, but try to do it in the most devastating way humanly possible without actually breaking their neck. And I did a pretty damn good job, because I hit everybody like I was on the football field. And I think that's, I don't know the secret to my success. I was in the right place at the right time, and I got lucky. But I think I provided something that nobody ever seen before in the world of professional wrestling. And that was, I blurred the lines of reality. So, I take that as a compliment.
Yeah, I would.
I was talking to Lou today, and he said you guys were out. We were sharing wrestling stories. He said you guys were out somewhere one time, and it was boom, Goldberg the wrestler. 2 seconds later, back to Bill Goldberg, the regular dude. It was like, and I could relate, because I got to tell you a quick story. I was in Montreal in a strip club. Hulk Hogan, Brutus Beefcake were there. We walked out. We get to the sidewalk. It was upstairs. We walk out down on the ground floor. And in Montreal, St. Catherine Street's nothing but strip clubs. Every place is a strip club. You're missing out, dude. You're missing out. But anyway, sure you've never been there. So we walk out and hit the street. These little French Canadian dudes tried kicking the shit out of Brutus. He must have fucked up their guy that night somewhere. Brutus's face went from, hey, he became the wrestler in 2 seconds. He grabs this guy by the head and corkscrews him into the sidewalk. Right? Knees buckle, bam. I'm standing next to him. I was like, holy shit, that's impressive. I mean, he was.
The best thing with the best characters are the guys who are playing a character that is truly an extension of themselves. And my character is no different than the Goldberg that I tried to be on the football field under a helmet. It's the same Goldberg that puts a racing helmet on and tries to, get first place. I mean, I try to be the best at everything that I do, and I chose to be a guy who eats people alive. And so you got to be able to turn it on and off like a light switch. It's really tough to do because you get really amped up. It's hard to headbutt something, go out and slam a 500-pound guy and walk in the back and go, hey, let's go eat some sushi. I mean,
Yeah.
But you learn to do it. And I love the ability to turn it on and off like a light switch, because man, I'll walk into, I don't go to bars, but
yeah,
no, I used to go into a bar at the latter stage of my nightlife, and I would just wait for somebody to step on my foot, and then it's
on, bang bang.
I could go from 0 to 100, and then it got problematic, and then I stopped going to places. But it's just my character, man. It's just who I am. It's in my DNA, man. I am what I am.
I got to tell you, Bill, I ran into you a couple times, never said anything to you at SEMA. And each time that I've seen you, when we come head to head like this, we're going through a door together or something. You were sitting down outside one day, you stood up, I come walking towards you. Not that I'm a big wussy or nothing, but you went from, hey, his face changed like I said, we're close in size. I'm not built like you are, but we're close in size. And it looked like you heard the bell and it's round one. And I was like, wait a minute, what happened? You just had this bling.
It could have been at SEMA, that's for sure. But
yeah.
Well, you're all worried about Bill kicking your ass. Yeah. I was the one who smacked him in the chest and did the foot stomp and told him I would beat his ass. And that's the first time I met him. He looked at me like I was crazy.
Yeah, how did you two when was this?
Thank you for reminding me of that, Lou.
Yeah, that's intimidating.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, that's a big motherfucker right there. Ain't no doubt about it. That's easy 285, 300 pounds.
Yeah, I was a good 295 right there.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been that heavy, not on purpose. But
it's not comfortable at all, I got to tell you.
Yeah, when you were talking about being out, I can imagine people must try to size you up and get beer muscles and go, and start shit.
Yeah, it used to be like that, man. People are weird. They just don't have any idea, really. But I mean, it's just a different day and age now. You can't fight people, you get shot, and it's a weird thing. And I'm 600 years old, so I mean, I don't have to worry about that stuff.
That's how I feel too.
The part is, I have my son to take up for me.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Can't beat that.
It makes me laugh because I heard a phone call where some radio people called you, Ray Mercer or something calls you and said you signed his kid's head and I'm coming down there and kick your ass, and you were like, you and Wood Army, come down.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Wait a minute.
shit.
Well, I never heard this. What happened?
Lou, you're missing out. I'm gonna have to.
You're one of the only people on the planet who's never heard it, Lou.
Oh, it's funny as shit.
I'm a little slow, Bill. You know that.
Goldberg's, it's me. And he says, you signed my boy's head. He can't remember the letter S. And he was fucking with Bill to no end. It is fucking hilarious. It is hilarious. And Bill is, I'll kick the shit out of you. Come down here.
Oh, yeah. This dude has this character, Roy D. Mercer, and he prank calls people. And I don't know who the hell he is. And my best friend who was with me when I signed this kid, dated his daughter or something like that. And so he told her the story, and then, it was not cool.
You signed a kid's head.
Maybe.
You signed it, right?
Maybe.
All right. Well, that's what this dude said. And then he couldn't remember shit. And Bill's like, get the fuck out of here. If you're looking
you had to go to a neurologist.
No, but you actually got to hear the real Bill going, fuck you. It was actually pretty funny.
I was pissed.
Iron Cheek passed away today.
Yeah, that's a shitty deal, man. But one of the guys that I watched when I was growing up. So
me too.
Sad day for sure.
Yeah, him and Sergeant Slaughter, a little bit of Hogan. Of course, back then they had midget wrestling, which was cool.
Oh yeah, Mr. T used to throw midgets.
Yeah, right. Yep. That's how he got his part in Rocky.
Yeah, they had like a bouncer competition on Wide World Sports, and they used
to remember that.
People.
That's
how things have changed.
That's how they found Mr. T in the bouncer competition. Yeah,
absolutely.
I remember that.
Oh my God. You were one of the guys they threw, right, Lou?
Yeah. Back then I was a lot smaller.
Yeah, he had the rubber band.
Hey,
in
but
his
you know what,
throat,
though?
too.
You know what, though, Bill? I'm an inch and a half taller now after my back surgery. So there, I'm no longer a midget.
Well, good on you then. Beautiful.
Well, we talked about your garage. Let's talk about some of the cars you had. We talked about the one, but let's Ken, bring up some pictures and have Bill walk us through. What do you? This is the old house, right? That's San Diego.
Yeah, that's San Diego. That's my I'm working on this show right now, man. Every car's got a story, right? So I mean, that was my first Hemi car. It was a true '69 4-speed Hemi Charger, and that had chicken wire in the rear quarters when it was being restored. It was a long story, but that was the first Hemi car that I ever bought. I still got it. It's about 50 feet away from me right now.
That's
Bill,
awesome.
when you say you bought that, how do you go about picking out your cars? Do you go look at them yourself? What's your process of picking shit up? Do you have time to do that? You got a guy? How do you do that?
I got guys everywhere. I mean, you guys know this car business is freaking awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
You just showed a picture of a '73 Super Duty Trans Am. Well, we all know the guy to pick up the phone and call for that.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, that's Bob Johnson is the guy who got me into the business. He took me to my first Barrett Jackson. I was in Japan wrestling, and he bought the Lawman, my Z28 SECA car, and what else? A Yanko, 68 Yanko Camaro, all three for me, you know, in one night at Barrett. It's just having the right people. If it's the right car, you know, I flew to Barrett one time to hide and go look at a car personally. But other than that, you know, prior to an auction or to find a car, I just pick up the phone.
Yeah. Well, dude, that's when I met you when you got the Lawman. That's when you were at Muscle Car when I was there.
Yeah, that was the biggest score of my life, again, behind my wife and my son. But yeah, man, that's the coolest car in the world, dude. I mean,
You still got it, right?
oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. And in December, I'm going to have a birthday party, and Dennis Collins is supposed to be giving me something for that car.
No way.
That he kept, that's some kind of a treasure item. So, I mean, we'll see, man. I mean, the fact is, you know, me and my military involvement, and that, you know, was over in Vietnam for a period of time. It was part of the Ford Performance Driving Tour. 300,000 servicemen saw it. It's got 800 miles on it. I just paid $250,000 to restore the damn thing for 3 years. And Marcus Angel out in Angel Restorations in Scottsdale. I mean, the car's it's ends in serial number 429. It's the only automatic Boss 429 in existence anymore.
Damn.
So it's a pretty damn cool car.
It is very cool. Give the people a little bit of history on that car, because, you know, it was a big deal back in Vietnam, the reason why it went over to Vietnam.
Well, Al Ekstrand was a corporate lawyer and a drag racer for Chrysler. And so he came up with the idea. He called himself the Lawman when he raced. Obviously self-explanatory. And then Chrysler didn't want to do it. So he took the idea over to Ford. Ford did it. Did 2 Boss 429s, I think 6 or 7 Mach 1s. Sent them on a C1 or a C130. Sent them overseas. They left the other Boss 429 back at home to be like a parade car, and that's my wife's Trans Am right there. I bought that on eBay during the longest yard. I went and did one of the football scenes up at Camino College, got back to my house in San Diego, and won that car.
There you go.
Bill, I read your first car was a 76 Trans Am.
Yes,
What color was it?
Buccaneer red. And it
Now,
was
you were on a set. Hold on. You were on a set with Reynolds, Burt Reynolds, longest yard. How fucking cool was that?
It was awesome. Burt was awesome. Obviously, he's Burt Reynolds, but I mean, my wife had worked with him prior to me working with him, so I knew a little bit about him. And my agent was Burt's, and it was an honor, man. He was a cool dude, to say the least.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, as kids, we watched the original Longest Yard was pretty cool that Adam Sandler remade the thing.
Oh yeah, it was my favorite movie as a kid, man. It was
I remember.
an honor to be able to play in that thing. It was cool.
Yeah, I was digging it. Good. I didn't mean to interrupt the cars that you got there, but that your wife still has that?
Oh yeah, that's the black car that she drove in the Ultimate Streetcar Invitational. It's got a LS7 Hendrick prepped, LS and Detroit Speed and Tremec, and it's just ride tech cage, and it's completely.
So it's a dog. That thing's a dog. That's what you're
It
saying.
is. It's fast dog shit, is what it is.
Tell us the story behind this truck. What's the deal here?
That's her father's '67 Mercury, and everyone in her family learned to drive in that car. And it was outside for 25 years in Saskatchewan, and I had it shipped down to California, and I restored it with my mechanic. And it's arguably the most expensive '67 freaking Mercury truck in the world. But my wife drives it all the time. It's badass.
That's cool.
That is pretty cool. That's a good farm truck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you know what I remember the most about Bill, John, which I always thought was hysterical. Bill knows all this really obscure car information. It's the funniest
trivia shit.
We were talking about muscle cars and all that when I was doing the show, and Bill says something like, "Well, in '73, the Challenger, they only made 85 of them with luggage racks on the trunk deck." I'm like, "What? Don't people take them off? I mean, what do you need that for?" He looked at me like I was crazy because I didn't know.
Like a fucking Rain Man, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Been hanging around Mark Warman too long.
Yeah, right.
There's Burton and Bill.
Oh, yeah.
What year was that made? That wasn't that long ago, but yeah, he's passed.
2006, maybe 2000.
Was that long ago?
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Like that. I can't remember.
Yeah, when we were kids, Burt Reynolds was the shit. Hooper and all.
Yeah, he was awesome.
He was.
Yeah.
Hey, Gator.
Yeah, that was a great movie too.
It was westerns when he was about 20 years old.
Yep, I saw one the other day. It was on Tubi. I was flipping through the channels. I'm like, oh shit, it's Burt Reynolds in a western. I hadn't seen it. I didn't know he was doing westerns when he was in his 20s.
I think that was the first thing he ever did.
It was crazy. It was just I wasn't expecting it, so that was pretty cool.
Bill, what else do you have tucked away in your garage behind you? What do you got? How many cars total do you have now?
I think 40. They're not all here. I've got like 10 out around the country right now. We sold that. That was a 63 or 65. What was that?
Savoy?
No,
Fury?
it wasn't a Savoy. No, it wasn't a Fury. A 330,
Belvedere?
something like that. I can't remember.
Oh, the 330. Okay, yeah, 330. Yeah.
I got my 70 Coronet 6-pack car over there, black, 68 convertible GTX 4-speed car, and then a hardtop just like it, and then the Z28. That's my grandmother's. That's like my grandmother's car. That's a convertible, but she's got a 62 T-Bird hardtop maroon.
That's the car you learned to drive in.
That's the car I learned how to slide into a curb in.
Oh, that's got to be a good story.
It's repeated a lot, but I got the sleigh here, which is cool. From the movie that my wife.
You do?
Yeah. So
How'd you get that?
The producer, the director from the movie kept a bunch of stuff because it was his first movie, and the house got sold out from under him, and he needed to get rid of it, and so he called Wanda, and she got it.
Cool.
She and my mechanic restored it for like 2 months up at my neighbor's house, and then gave it to me on Christmas Day. So
that's cool. Yeah. So did you see someone it ran by there were Newburn and Cotton haven't heard from you yet, or they're gonna kick your ass or something? Where is it? There it is. Yeah.
They still have it out for me.
Yeah.
That was a fun
I guess you did. I guess you were on the show with them or something.
Yeah, it was
Well,
fun.
I know Cotton. I know Newburn too, but yeah.
They're good dudes, man. I've been waiting to be on that show for like 2-3 years. You know, COVID kind of pushed that one, but that was a lot of fun. The Dodge gave me a brand new freaking red eye for that. And
Wow.
there's a burnout competition, a donut competition. And I didn't want to blow that car up, but I did want to blow the car up. But so it was kind of a fine line deal. So anyway, it was fun.
Yeah. How long you going to play Santa Claus for them?
Yeah, really.
You still under contract or what?
No, man. I'll play Santa Claus till the day I die. I mean, it's funny as in having a Jewish dude playing Santa Claus.
That is funny. That is funny.
Right? So,
yeah, it is.
Bill, speaking of that, what was it like growing up in Oklahoma as a Jewish kid? Were you one of many or one of few? And what was that?
I was one of very few. I mean, I was bar mitzvahed, so I mean, I went to Hebrew school and stuff up to the age of 13, and I got picked on a little bit. I think that's why I get pissed off really easily these days. But it's like being a Jew in the middle of Texas, man. It's weird, different.
Were you a big kid? Were you a big kid, or you later on became a big guy? You had to be to get in the ball.
230 when I got out of high school.
Yeah.
So I wasn't that big, but
that's big.
It is big.
Yeah, I mean, look at kids now. Kids are 330 now. It's ridiculous how big kids are. But it was great. Tulsa, Oklahoma was a kick-ass place growing up. I wouldn't want to live there now, but it was a wonderful, wonderful time in my life. So being Jewish, being whatever, I mean, yeah, it's all good. I just had to beat the shit out of the one guy and set an example for everybody else, and then
they fell in line. Yeah,
but he's telling stories. Goldberg fucked me up when we were kids.
Oh yeah, exactly. Oh yeah.
But I hit him once.
I told the Christmas story thing on him. I mounted him and was cussing at him at the same time. I'll never forget.
Next time you do your Christmas commercial for Chrysler, you need to use your Jewish accent. So let me tell you, Merry Christmas. And then send us that outtake. Just send us the outtake. We'll go from there.
Good idea.
Let me tell you guys, Chrysler says Merry Christmas.
Passover.
Exactly.
Bill, you got the Speed Vision behind you. Talk about your role in Speed Vision now. What's going on?
As of right now, I'm an investor, man. We're talking about doing different shows. It's got to be the right show for me to come out of my automotive retirement, but it's a killer deal, man. Robert Scanlon, I mean, I think everybody in the car business knows who Robert is and has known what he has done with the brand throughout its iteration over the past 20 years. And when I got the phone call from Mark Warman that the Speed Vision trademark had been garnered and they were considering bringing it back as a car guy, my earliest memories of being that car guy or becoming that car guy was watching Speed Vision. Yeah. And it wasn't all the bullshit, reality deadline, build this car in 2 weeks and get it to SEMA thing. It was, it was great automotive content, man. It was a lot of documentary stuff. It was a lot of historical. And with the internal combustion engine supposedly going away, the history needs to be magnified, and people need to see it as much as humanly possible before it goes away. So it was a great opportunity, and like I said, it's a terrific place to go host a show. But I just think that what Robert has done to these networks throughout the years is, I'd be a moron not to be involved. And if I can ensure programming that I like to see,
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's a big deal, man, because we both know that the people making decisions in some of these networks have no idea what car guys want to see.
Oh, no question. And we've seen that throughout the years, and we're seeing it right now, but I want to put something different out there, and I think that I'm foolish, but I think that if I'm entertained in the automotive space, then everyone will be entertained. So hopefully we can come up with something different and knocks people's socks off.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
You're right. I'm with you on that one. Really with
Lou and I had have the same concept, and one of the problems we have is we get censored. We get shows pulled down from YouTube, and that shit to us, you should be able to say whatever you want.
Yeah,
you should have your own opinion and be heard. And with the way things are going, we lost Bill.
I guess he went to go eat.
He must have. Maybe he lost juice.
He might have, because that was pretty quick. Damn it, man! And we're 55 minutes, and we were almost there.
He'll be back. He was having too much fun. He'll be back. I see Ben Tucker's chiming in. Ben, who the fuck you talking about doing drugs?
Yeah, really.
And the Armo banquet. Yeah, we'll be there. Make sure you got plenty of skanks.
This show is brought to you by Camaro Central.
That's Lou being Lou. Right? While we're killing time, let me tell you about the Silverado, Lou.
Oh, yeah, tell me about it, man.
I got the goods and the bads on the Silverado. I bought a 19 Silverado. It's got 50,000 miles on it.
Damn it, man.
The transmission runs at 190. Tempo 190 without pulling anything. Yeah. Guys online say it's blowing the torque converter up, which is then, of course, if you don't catch it in time, is blowing the transmission up because it's trying to compensate for it. I saw online they have a thermostat where the two coolant lines go into the side of the transmission. There's a little block. And inside that is your thermostat, which is made to kick on at 190. So guys are taking it out, flipping it upside down, putting it back in, and of course, bypassing the thermostat. So why the hell would they have a transmission constantly running at 190 and not 150?
Because they've probably got the computer hooked into it somehow. Because all of this stuff now, the computers are monitoring everything.
Yeah.
And they're setting these parameters. Because if you remember, when we were messing with cars back in the day, 160, 180.
Yeah.
Now they got them as hot as 220. And you can't
it's going to smoke.
Right. You can't,
it's definitely going to smoke.
They changed everything so much. And it's a problem for some stuff, especially a transmission, because if you think about it, an automatic transmission, the number one killer of an automatic transmission is heat. Now I know they've gotten away from a lot of the clutch packs like they used to. It's a lot more gearing, but still, it's heat. Heat's still going to hurt the damn thing because transmission fluid doesn't have a lot of lubrication properties. So it's just going to run hot, and I think that's part of the reason why. I think that's part of the reason why they have so much trouble with the 8-speeds, because I think it's the 8-speeds, if I'm not mistaken. The pumps go out in them, and the pump is built into the bell housing, and they're having problems with them. They're failing, and I think it's got to be related to the heat. Yep.
Bill texted me. He said iPad wasn't plugged in, so the battery dropped him. I told him jump on with his cell phone. We'll see if he comes back. Give him a minute to figure it out. Plus, he was hungry. Bill said he didn't eat. We're holding him up from eating half.
Well, he doesn't have. I mean, realistically, he doesn't have to jump on because we're at the hour mark. If he might be. There he is.
I don't like that view, Bill. That doesn't look good, buddy.
Yeah.
I think only chicks should be able to see that view. Walk us around. What do you got? Turn the phone sideways so it's got a big picture. There you go. Man, that's nice.
Damn, that's nice.
Yo, I got to tell you, Bill, I'm coming down when Lou runs through, and I'm going to rub my dick on your garage. It's so fucking nice. I'm telling you.
Well, that would
outside.
be the last time you ever touched your dick again.
I'm going to try to outrun you.
I have no, you can't outrun my Rottweiler.
All right. I'll bring some sausages then. I'll confuse the fuck out of them. Is that the gym upstairs?
Yeah. That's
Damn,
the
dude,
best.
that's nice.
170 launch. I stole it. Yes, I did.
No, you borrowed it. You borrowed it. You
I
didn't
saw
steal it.
I saw it when you were installing that lighting, and I've seen it before. What's the deal with that lighting?
Hex Glow. It's a a lot of companies do it, but it's really good. I did it because here you go. I did it because it was very clean. The power points. There's only one power point per 40 bulbs, and so it's very clean.
Yeah.
I had like 400 of them to install, and only one didn't work. So I would give it the thumbs up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. We got some cool cars here. So, boom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Here's the
Camaro
Sim.
is that?
That's your video game.
Yep.
How is that? Does it feel real? Does it feel? I mean, it looks like it's fun to use.
I almost threw up the first time I did it. Yes,
It does feel real.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. There's the car it was modeled after.
What do you got? 14-foot doors on that thing? The garage?
There's 26-foot doors over there.
I mean, the height wise. What are they height wise?
Oh yeah, they're 14 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Then we got a little Porsche, a little Cobra.
I just followed you on the Insta.
Nice.
So how the fuck do you fit in that Cobra?
I don't. I'm
That's
like
what I
a
was gonna
monkey
say.
fucking a football, but
I was
everybody's
gonna
got
say.
to have a 900 horsepower, 1,800 pound rocket
Well,
ship.
yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Okay, there we go.
When I come down, we'll take it for a ride.
Yeah, man, definitely. If I can still fit in it.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I can drive.
Yeah, I'm not getting in that car with anyone else driving. It's not happening. It's too dangerous.
Yes, you will. You get in it with your wife and let her drive. Don't
She's
lie.
never driven my Cobra.
She never
doesn't want
has.
to drive it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's too dangerous, man. It's just terrifying.
900 horsepower. What is it? 2,700 pounds? It's got to be light.
I got a
Nice.
1,700 horsepower Charger, and it's nothing compared to the Cobra.
Really?
Yeah, it's terrifying.
What's your favorite out of what you have there? What's your favorite? And also, what's on your list to get?
The Lawman's my favorite because of what it is and its historical significance and the car that it is, and just what it meant to so many people. But what I want to get, I mean, there are a number of things I want. I want a LS6 Chevelle, 4-speed car. And
That'd be fun.
what else do I want? I want Dave Hall and I are going to do a deal, man. I'm going to give him my Super Duty 73 Super Duty Trans Am. But I want a 4-speed. I've got an automatic. So there's just a couple special cars out there that I want, but nothing really, nothing spectacular.
You ever try hunting down the 76 that you had as a kid?
No, it was a dog. I could care less about that car. And it was stolen. So when I bought it, it was stolen. So I don't have very good memories about it.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you jacked it. I was wondering what happened there.
No, I bought it stolen. So, hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, man.
Well, look, Bill.
Yeah, go ahead,
I'm glad you made it back after your fiasco with the iPad. Tell everybody where they can your handles and all that stuff, where they can find you.
Well, Instagram's probably the best way. Goldberg 95 on Instagram. Goldberg's Garage on Instagram also, and Goldberg's Garage on YouTube. I've got my own YouTube channel. I've done it very sparingly, and I've never introduced the garage on it, and that's what it's for. I waited 3 years to have the channel so that I could walk people through my own garage and talk about every car, and I'm going to do that soon. So
cool.
YouTube channel, man, that's where most of the content's going to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yes, sir.
Sense.
Bill, one other question, and you can answer this or not. What was it like being on Apprentice back before?
I hated it. It was one of the worst experiences of my life.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, I mean the people were great, well for the most part, but it was just the constraints, the time constraints, and the work constraints. It was a pain in the ass. It was nothing more than something to get you as pissed off as humanly possible with your competitor and vent on national television. And they do a little trick photography, with you yelling at people and trying to stage it as you're yelling at someone else. So I mean, it was a weird experience. And I mean, Trump wasn't he didn't have the best social skills of anyone on the planet, and doesn't. So I mean, it was a very different experience. Let's just say that. I was packed for the last 2 weeks because I wanted to go. I tried to go home so bad.
What's your favorite role?
And
don't tell me it's Lance Hamilton, because that sounds like a gay porn star name.
It's dad and husband.
That's
my favorite role.
That's
my
cool.
favorite role, in any theatrical anything. I mean, the Goldbergs was fun, man. I could make fun of myself and emasculate myself every day.
It was the shorts. It was the shorts in the Goldberg.
The shorts.
I
don't know. Who knows? I don't really have a favorite role, to be honest with you. That's a question that I don't know.
So when he was on the Goldbergs, John, I heard that he was going to be on it, so I watched the episode, and he's wearing the white coach's shorts. I just texted him nice shorts, cute shorts.
What is beanbag hanging out the side? Yeah, that was it back then.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was a lot of fun. When the day I had like heels on and had to dance that was my downfall.
Reminiscent. Oh, Bill, instead of who's next, what's next?
Who knows, man? I still have to have my retirement wrestling match. I got to do some car show stuff with Speed Vision, and hopefully my boy's going to kick ass and win the state title here in 2 days. So, I mean, cool. We'll see, man. I'm just I'm kind of cruising. And, between me and you and the Rock, I'm looking into being a Dodge dealer also. So
really,
cool. We shall see.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. People could
where better to go than Santa Claus's own Dodge dealership to get a boost in your freaking horsepower. Come here, build up your car, or I'll kill you.
You thinking of doing a performance shop on top of that? Something that's
1,000%. That'd be the only reason. That'd be the only reason to do it. It'd be the performance shop, the Dodge performance shop in the country.
I think that's a fucking plan right there.
That's a plan. That'd be cool.
You got your hands on a real Goldberg, right?
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be the deal.
It's muscle.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, we don't want to keep you, Lou. I mean, we're at the hour. Bill, we appreciate you coming on. I know that
Bill, we appreciate it.
You ghosted us for about 15 minutes. We were scared as shit. Lou's called me in the middle of the night, crying like a pussy. I said it'll be okay. You came through. We appreciate it. Either way.
All good, gentlemen.
Are you going to be? You going to be at SEMA? You going to SEMA? You're usually there, right?
Yeah, man. SEMA. I didn't have the best experience at SEMA last year. It's just a lot of manufacturers aren't going. A lot of builders aren't going. It's a different deal. They open it up to the public the last couple of days. It's usually a place where we go to hang out with our buddies and talk car stuff, but it's turning into something. They're making it uncomfortable and inconvenient at SEMA. And there's only so much walking I'm going to do. There's only so much. It's just, a couple things happened during the COVID fiasco, and I don't know. I'm 50-50 on it.
Well, Lou and I are, you may have heard at the beginning, we're talking about with Darnell, either doing an after party at his place or one of the local saloons. I'm not going to drop names because somebody will head us off. But if we do, we're going to tell you what's happening, keep you in the loop, stop by. We'll drink a little bit, eat a little bit, talk some shit, whatever.
Let's do it.
You know what I mean? So if you're there, plus we're talking about having our show at the Armo booth in Central Hall because we're going to hit the 100th show.
Yeah.
So right around that same time. So if you're there, keep in touch. You can stop by, talk shit in person. Lou and I are putting you in a headlock, fuck you up a little bit. That kind
You
of
got
stuff.
it. Sounds like a plan.
Bill, I appreciate you coming on, dude.
You
Really,
got
it's
it,
cool
boys.
meeting you
Y'all
and
be
hanging
well,
out.
man, and keep the cars on the road. That's for
Oh,
goddamn sure.
One of the guys, Vinny said that you need to have a pacer in your collection. By the way,
pacer.
You know what? That's funny because I'm looking for a Pinto.
No way.
Well,
Why?
that was my wife's first car was a Pinto, and it's out there. There's a lawman Pinto.
Yes, I remember that from the picture.
Yes.
Yeah,
So that's
I
on the
remember
list.
that. Yeah,
So that's
I remember
that's
that.
on the list.
That's awesome. Do a lawman Pinto.
I ain't driving the fucking thing, but it's on the list.
No, you get blown up.
Wow.
maybe
There.
we'll see. Maybe we'll see you at SEMA at Scottsdale. I know
You got it. It won't be in the Pinto though.
No.
Y'all be well.
All right,
Appreciate it.
Bill,
Thanks,
later.
Bill.
Well, there you have it, Bill.
There you go. He made it back on. I thought he
We
would.
did it.
Yeah.
We did it. Yeah.
That was a good show. That was, some of the shows, we struggle through. Some people may or may not know it. Sometimes we don't. Bill's a cool dude.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
Yeah.
I like Bill.
That was a good
Good
guess.
guy.
That's a good season finale too, and to take the summer break.
I know,
and come
right?
back.
So when are we coming back on? Do we know yet?
September something. I don't know. Ken has the dates.
September.
I was just
All
focusing on today, getting through today. But it's we got a couple months
Oh yeah,
off,
I know.
and then we got to recalibrate. We got to talk about the after show. Doing the news at the end, sponsors at the end.
Yeah, we got to do some stuff. Yeah,
and getting
yeah.
right into the content right out of the gate at the beginning, so people aren't falling asleep.
Right. That makes sense. I got you.
Yeah. Hope everybody enjoyed it. I thought Bill was a good guest. That garage is fucking kick ass.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
I was going to invite him into the ring here. Oh yeah. Oh. Let me tell you something, little brother. Yeah. We're all good. Lou, money's on the dresser, brother. I'll talk
All
to
right,
you.
man.
Later.
Later. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the show because I know we did. Thanks for coming on. We'll see you guys probably the first or second week of September because we're taking the summer off. And we got to get guests lined up, quite honestly. So until then, keep it between the lanes. Later.